In today's video, I'm going to show you how to recreate the classic sepia color grading effect right inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. So let's get right into it. Now, once you have Adobe Premiere Pro open and you've got some footage imported, you're ready to begin with this effect. So to begin, we're just going to start by generating a brand new black video. So we'll go to New Item, Black Video, we'll press OK, and we'll drag the black video onto Video Layer 2. Your footage should be on Video Layer 1. Now selecting the black video, we'll go up to Opacity and we'll select Create Ellipse Mask, and this is going to create a black circle in the center of the frame. So drag those points to the left, right, top, bottom of the frame, and then we'll go into Opacity, Mask 1, and select Mask Inverted. Now from here, we'll just pull the feathering all the way up to 500%. We don't want to see any black edges. We just want to add this very soft and very subtle vignette to our footage. Perfect. Now we'll drag the black video up onto Video Layer 3, and then we're going to copy our original footage and we're going to drop the copied layer onto Video Layer 2. On the copied layer, that's Video Layer 2, we'll go into Scale and we'll increase the scale just by a very small amount. We'll increase this to 100.7. So it's not even 101, it's 100.7. And then we'll go down into the opacity and we'll change the blending mode to lighten. And as you can see, this is very, very subtle, and you might not even see this on YouTube, but this is giving our video a slight amount of distortion. You can really see it if you look at the bridge on the right of the frame. It's just adding that nice distortion on the frame. Now from here, we need to add the color filter. So we're gonna go ahead and create a brand new adjustment layer. So New Item, Adjustment Layer. We'll drag that adjustment layer onto Video Layer 4 and extend this out to cover the whole of the clip. Now from here, we'll go into Effects and search for Black and White. We'll throw the black and white filter on top of our footage, and immediately after that, we'll search for Curves in the Effects tab. Drop RGB curves on top of the adjustment layer, and here we have the master color. We've got the red, the green, and the blue channels. But for now, we're just going to ignore the red, green, and blue. We're just going to focus on the master. So we're going to begin by creating a brand new point in the middle of the frame, so that's the midtones. We'll go down to the shadows, that's the bottom part of the curve, and we'll pull this towards the right. Now we'll go down to the very left of the curve, so that's the very bottom corner, and we'll pull this up, and as you can see, this is adding a weird amount of contrast in our shadows. You really want this to be harsh, you want this to look really, really extreme. Now, I obviously wouldn't normally recommend you do this on your normal footage, but this really works with the sepia effect. And once you're happy with the look of this, we can go ahead and drop some tint. So we'll go into Effects one more time and we'll search for Tint. Drop tint onto the adjustment layer, and we'll map the black to a dark orange. You want to make this really dark orange to the point where you can barely even see the orange. And then of course we'll go ahead to map white too, and we're going to make this a very nice subtle orange. Rather than being an luminous bright orange, you want this to be a dull orange that's quite close to white. And now this is quite intense at the moment, so we'll pull this down to around 50%, and we're really starting to get there. This is starting to look nice. But we're going to throw curves on this one more time, so we'll search for Curves, and we'll drag RGB curves on top of the adjustment layer. We'll scroll back down, we'll ignore the master this time, and we're just going to go to the red, green, and blue, but we'll start on the red. So we'll pull the midtones of the reds up, we'll pull the shadow up a touch, and then we'll pull the highlights down. We'll go over to the blue slider and pull this over to the right just a little bit, just to take away some of those blues. We'll add some points onto the green. Just take your time to go through these curves and find a setting that works well for your footage. Now the whole point of these curves is to fine tune that burnt out orange film look that you would see on the sepia effect. So take your time to go through the RGB curves and manipulate the curves to find a point that works for you. And now to really sell this effect, we're going to add a noise setting. So we'll go into Effects, search for Noise, and we'll drag noise on top of our adjustment layer. We'll uncheck Use Color Noise, and we'll just change the amount of noise from 0 to 6%. It's very subtle, but it adds a nice little bit of character to our footage. And now we're almost there. Just go through all of your settings and just adjust the curves and adjust the tint just to find a color that works for you. And as soon as you're happy with the amount of color that you have on your video, we can go ahead and we can change the aspect ratio. So rather than being widescreen, we'll change this to a 4:3 aspect ratio. So to do this, we'll begin by creating a brand new black video. So new item, black video. We'll drop the black video onto the timeline on top of everything. We'll drag this out so that it covers the whole video, and we'll copy and paste this layer so we have two black videos. Now select both of the black videos, we'll go into effects, search for crop, and we'll drag crop onto the black videos. Go into the top layer and we want to adjust the crop on the left. So to begin with, we'll just set this to 75. It's important to remember this number because you want both black videos to have the same value. So now we'll go down to the second black video and we'll change the right to 75, but this is a bit too narrow, so we'll increase this to 88. Go back up to the top black video, change this to 88 as well. And there you go, with those aspect ratio bars added onto your footage, the sepia effect is now complete. If you enjoyed this video or if you found it useful at all, then please do let me know in that comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe, check out the previous video, and I will see you tomorrow for another brand new video. See you there.